YouTube, what is going on this morning? Welcome aboard, everybody. Drunk Pilot here. Happy to be here. Welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. We are here with the PMDG 777-300. Beautiful aircraft so far. Had a crash yesterday, and they are being reported more and more rampant. So let's hope that PMDG can get a fix out. But it took forever to load this morning as well. But nonetheless, we're going to try and do a flight from Dulles to Doha. 11 hours, 55 minutes in the air. Initial altitude is 31,000 feet. We're going to be taking on 240,248 pounds of fuel. 370 packs, 22,500 pounds of cargo. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get started because we are running slightly behind in the cockpit now. Gonna go ahead and pop our battery on, and our primary and secondary external power can come on. Go ahead and turn on my dome lights. Preliminary checks. Fuel controls shut off. Thrust levers are idle. Speed brake is down. Flaps are up. Not worried about weather radar. Parking brake is set. Landing gear levers down. Windshield wipers off and off. Pop my logo and wing lights on. And go through the overhead. Go ahead and turn our ADRU on. IFE, passenger seats, cabin utility can both come on. Arm our emergency exit lights. Working our way over. Packs are on. Set our temperatures. It has been hot here over the past couple of days. It's supposed to be a little bit cooler today, but that should be about it for the overhead for now. But I will also start customizing my lighting. That should be a little bit less on the flare shield. That ought to be okay. Turn down my standbys. And my upper ICAS or ECAM. Sorry. What is it? ICAS. Right? ICAS. I was right. Alright, you guys can see the route there. And let's go ahead and take a look. Expected departure is going to be runway 30. I need to put my Hoppy code in, matter of fact. 134.85 for ATIS.
Information like 0840 Zulu. Wind 340 at 3 visibility 10. Ceiling 11,000 broken. 25000 overcast. Temperature 22. Dew point 20. Altimeter 2976. Landing runway 01 left, 01 right, 01 center. Departing runway 01 right, 3001 center. Advise on initial contact, you have information like Washington Dulles Airport information like 0840 Zulu. Wind 340 at 3 visibility 10. Ceiling 11,000 broken. 25000 overcast. Temperature 22. Dew point 20. Altimeter 2976. Landing runway 01 left, 01 right, 01 center. Departing runway 01 right, 3001 center. Advise on initial contact, you have information like.
Alright, we got Mike.
Washington Dulles Airport information Mike.
135.7.
Wind 34.
Nav data is still not updating. Oops. Let's go ahead and request our route. 240.2 looks good on the fuel.
Ground to copy.
Zero fuel weight, 464.5.
Hi there, we're now refueling the aircraft and we'll let you know once it's completed.
464.48 looks good.
Ahead.
Select
Hi,
route.
Captain, fueling has been completed. Roger.
Dulles clearance delivery, Qatari 708 Heavy with information. Mike request clearance to Doha. Route is ready to be loaded. Go ahead and hit load.
708 Heavy, Dulles clearance. Information Mike correct. Cleared to Hamad Airport. Jacoby 4 departure. Swan transition. Then is filed. Climb via SID. Departure frequency 126.65. Squawk 4612.
Cleared to Doha via the Jacoby 4 departure, Swan transition. Then is filed, climb via SID, departure frequency 126.65, squawk 4612, Qatari 708 Heavy.
Qatari 708 Heavy, readback correct. Contact ground 121.9er when ready for push or start.
Ground on 121.9er, Qatari 708 Heavy. Okay. Activate, execute. Does that button even work on here? Let's turn our brightness down a little bit. And legs, route data, load the wind. Traffic data terrain. Traffic data terrain. Got our winds in there. Take a look at our descent forecast. Cool. Departure runway 30, Jacoby 4, Swan. Execute. And over to arrivals. 16 left. Heyo 1 Victor. Nope, not Heyo 1 Victor. Heyo 1 Hotel. No transition. Let me go ahead and unload and reload this. Hey, that's Heyo 1 Victor. That's the one I tried yesterday where it froze on me. Alright. Let's take a look at our route. So pretty much a vector out to Jacoby, to Rignes, Jacoby, Grim, and then Suki, Swan, Bros, Maifu, Mason, Berserk, Hulk, Romeo, Bravo, Victor, JFK,
Hello.
Foxwood.
Hi, the terminal staff are ready to send the passengers down. Can we start boarding?
There's our entry
start boarding
point.
whenever you like.
Great, I'll let the rest of the crew know, and we'll get started as soon as the passengers start arriving. It could be a few minutes, though. All stations, we're about to start boarding.
"22 pages. There's Heya. Cool. There's the runway. Good to go. Auto put in my reserves, 18.8, that's fine. 704.7. Okay, that's good enough. Flight level 310, we shall accept. Over to our performance. Runway 30, runway is dry. It's good enough. Flaps 5, takeoff rating. D-rate 31 degrees. Says 105.6. Got a 0.5% discrepancy on here. Flaps 5. 170, 180, 187. All that looks good. 5.25. Okay. Nope, don't want that. and set transition. 187. Flight director's on. VNAV is on. These guys are gonna have to just jump, which is fine. It's fine. Let's see here. I have made this flight before. This was coming back. I don't think I had my camera when I was going out. I bought this camera off of Amazon, had it shipped to Iraq. The image stabilization while in video mode is not the greatest. I had a BlackBerry back then. This was 2011. And this was OTBD, not OTHH, the old Doha airport. So we departed Dulles in the evening at around 9 o'clock. Landed in Doha the next day right before sunset, pretty much. And then we drove to Al Udeid. This was coming back, obviously. Drove to Al Udeid Air Base, took a C-130 the next day up to Iraq. We were sitting on the tarmac for a long time waiting on the C-130, had issues. They said with the autopilot, and so we actually deboarded the plane. We're gonna board another one. And then they said, no, we'll be all right. So we get back on the C-130. And as soon as we take off from Al Udeid, I'm sitting on the right-hand side of the aircraft. As soon as we take off from Al Udeid, it just banks like far right. And I'm like looking at the ground. There's a tiny little portal right next to my seat. And I'm like, whoa. And they turn it back. I'm sure it was done on purpose. I don't know. It could have been a little bit of a shear. I don't think I had my lens that was able to zoom out further at that time. See, there should be an A340 in here. That was boarding in Doha. Is it you? No, might be. No, it's a 777. There it is. A340. I'm gonna have to work on my LVARs and HVARs for axis and O's for this aircraft. Looks like everything is still okay. All right, seatbelts can come on. We'll go ahead and start the APU. Got about 12 minutes
Cockpit to ground.
until departure.
Go ahead. We're starting the APU. Please stand by as we'll be disconnecting from ground power shortly. Roger. We'll monitor the startup from down here.
I forgot my window heat.
Roger.
It's a good thing about the 777. You see any kind of amber lights, it's probably wrong. All right, APU starting up. We'll go ahead and knock out our checklist. Oxygen tested 100%. Flight instruments heading 011, altimeter 2976. Parking brake is set, fuel control is shut off. All right, APU is up.
Cockpit to ground. Go ahead. Disconnect ground power, please. Roger. Stand by, please.
Air conditioning, ground power.
Has been disconnected. Roger.
All right, Alright, flight deck door. It's closed. MCP V2187 heading 040, altitude 18,000. Takeoff speeds V1170, VR180, V2187. I'm actually just gonna go back to runway heading. Usually they vector us out and I'm a little bit busy, but we'll just go ahead and put in runway heading. All right, takeoff speed's good. CDU pre-flight completed. Trim. We're good there. Taxi and takeoff briefing. Departing out of runway 30, 10,501 feet, V1170, VR180, V2187. D-rated takeoff, 31 degrees, flaps 5. Any abnormal conditions below V1, it's going to be an immediate abort. We'll close the thrust levers, apply maximum reverse. Ensure that the speed brake is up and ensure proper braking. Anything above V1, we will be going into the air. We will sort it out at 1,500 feet. Most likely immediate return for 01 center. Any questions, comments, concerns, donations? Bueno. Haven't done that yet on this aircraft. I like the way our trims look.
Hi there, Captain. All of the passengers are now on board.
We're just awaiting the load sheet from ground. As soon as we have it, feel free to close the doors.
No problem. I'll bring it to you as soon as they send it up. You still have time to do the welcome announcement. That should pass some of the time.
Good idea.
Good morning from the cockpit. This is your captain speaking. I'd like to welcome you on board this morning's flight to Doha. We're currently preparing for departure up here in the cockpit, and once we're airborne, we'll be climbing to our cruise level of 31,000 feet. We're not anticipating any delays, so we hope to be underway very shortly. Once we push back from the stand, the cabin crew will start securing the cabin. As we head to the departure runway, please make sure you're seated and secured as they make their way around the aircraft. The weather is looking good, so it should be a nice, comfortable climb up to our cruise level. Once we're airborne, there shouldn't be any issue during our climb. It's a pretty straightforward departure out of the airport, so nothing to worry about there. The wind forecast during our cruise looks very favorable, so we expect to arrive on time at our destination. But
There's
we'll, of course,
me in
keep you up to date
Iraq.
should there be any changes. The ground crew have finished loading the aircraft. So
Carrying a
if you can get yourself
gun
seated and
on
secure,
a
you'll be
dash
able to get going
7,
straight away.
dash 8,
Thank you,
excuse
and I
me.
hope you enjoy the flight.
That was, I don't know, 800 pounds ago. You can see he is in hotel mode. It's one thing I would like to see come out. It's a dash 8. Let's see, do I have any pictures of this? Was at the courthouse where Saddam Hussein was tried. It's pretty much right next to our building, so we got to take a tour of that. Had a little museum in there. There's our crew. He's the boss man, Don. Network engineer, Don, or Donnie. And then myself. Taking a Huey. See, what else do we have? It's the actual where we stayed. So that's the courthouse right there. And then we were pretty much right in this area. I mean, we had free reign to the whole palace, but there were a couple rooms that were blocked off. This is where our security guys were. That's our hangout spot called the Rubble Room. It's pretty much this whole collapsed area that the guys had cleaned out, made it into a party spot. What else do we got? This is where the bombs came in during shock and awe. Here's the security guys. Pretty much all of them ex-special forces, with the exception of, this is our director, director's assistant, assistant director, our terp, and then pretty much everybody else here is ex-special forces. Had a good time out there.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead, flight deck.
We will be ready shortly.
Roger.
Cockpit to ground. Go ahead. Hi, can you give us an update
What
on
are we
the
doing
loading?
here?
There's probably about 5 minutes remaining. Roger.
You always tell me that. At least I'll get a nice sunrise departure. Got some heat blur there. I'm gonna be out of water soon.
Ground to cockpit. Go ahead. Loading has been completed. We're sending the load sheet up to you now. We'll contact you for pushback once you're closed up and the beacon light is switched on. Roger.
Just waiting on my flight attendant. There she
Hello?
is.
Hi, Captain. Okay, here's the load sheet from
Or
ground.
my purser.
I've written the passenger count here, the crew count here, and a total number of souls, not including yourselves, here.
Thanks.
Okay, looks like we're all set to go whenever you're ready.
Alright, you can close the doors whenever you're ready.
Okay, I'll let the crew know, and we'll get closed up as soon as we can. All stations, ready to close.
Cockpit to ground.
All
Go ahead,
right.
flight deck.
We are ready for pushback and engine start.
Roger. Release the parking brakes, please.
Parking brakes released.
Pushing back.
So we want our right electric demand on. Once the light turns off, we can turn on our center 1, center 2 electric primary. And then we can turn on our left electric demand and our center 1, center 2 air.
You are
Fuel
clear
pumps
behind,
can
and you can
all
start
come
your
on.
engines at your discretion.
All right. I'm gonna go for left engine. Dulles ground, Qatari 708 Heavy, request start and push.
Qatari 708 Heavy, Dulles ground, pushback approved. Face west.
Push and start approved, face west, Qatari 708 Heavy. All right, right engine. Well, excuse me.
Pushback complete. Set parking brakes, please.
Parking brake set.
Roger. Okay, the tow bar is disconnected and the equipment is clear. We will see you on the right-hand side with the pin.
Thanks, and you can disconnect and go to hand signals.
Thanks. Have a good flight. See you later.
Pull a mask towards you to start the oxygen. Put the mask over your nose and mouth, hold in place with the strap and pull on each side to adjust. Put on your own mask before helping others. If we land on water, take the life jacket from under your seat.
All right, trim 5.25.
Mask that takes around your waist, click together and pull the strap to adjust. Do not inflate it inside the aircraft. When outside, inflate by pulling the top.
Two good starts. APU can come off. And turn my taxi light on. Flight controls. Full left. Full right. Neutral. Full up. Full down. Neutral. Rudder. Full left. Full right. Neutral. Dulles ground, Qatari 708 Heavy, request taxi, runway 30.
Qatari 708 Heavy, runway 30 taxi via Delta, Zulu, Yankee 11.
Runway 30, Delta Zulu, Yankee 11, Qatari 708 Heavy. All right, and we are booking it. Anti-ice, auto. Recall. Good to go there. Flight controls checked. Ground equipment clear. Flaps are 5. We are ready for departure. Let me see if my buddy AFR 142 has gotten the 777. He has. He's done 2 flights so far. Painfield to Honolulu and Honolulu to Anchorage. 97.2 on the departure. $97.2 on the arrival. He did something with his G's. And probably started his turn early. Huh.
Hello?
Hi, Captain. The cabin is secured for takeoff.
Thanks a lot.
Just let me know when you're ready to go, and I'll get the crew seated.
I will.
I'll have my co-pilot switch over to weather.
Monitor radar display. Go around. Wind shear ahead.
I don't think we're gonna be able to make it out faster than that. It's gonna take me a little bit more length. All right, oversteer is your friend.
Qatari 708 Heavy, contact Dulles Tower 120.25. Have a good morning.
120.25, Qatari 708 Heavy. Good morning. Don't be doing that to me. Dulles Tower, Qatari 708 Heavy, runway 30, ready for departure.
Qatari 708 Heavy, Dulles Tower, wind tree 40 at tree, fly heading 040, runway tree 0, cleared for takeoff.
Approaching 3.
Heading 040, runway 30, ready for, cleared for takeoff. Qatari 708 Heavy. My bad.
On runway 30.
Cabin crew, seats for takeoff, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, because this is a nighttime flight, for safety purposes, I have dimmed the cabin lights for takeoff. This is a completely normal procedure, and they will...
Okay. Give me one more screenshot. All right, we ready? Hit the clock. Must be 6 o'clock. My alarm is going off. And toga.
Airspeed's alive. Eighty knots.
You're up.
Qatari 708 Heavy, contact Potomac departure.
Potomac departure, Qatari 708 Heavy. Potomac departure, Qatari 708 Heavy, climbing 2400 for 18,000.
Qatari 708 Heavy, Potomac departure, radar contact, cleared direct rigs, resume the Jacoby 4. Climb and maintain flight level 180.
Cleared direct rigs, climb and maintain 180 Qatari 708 Heavy. Go ahead and hit my LNAV. And come on, flaps.
Cabin crew,
There we go.
to resume duty.
The more I listen to the sound, the better I like it. Go ahead and put my autopilot on. Don't be breaking the speed limit now. After takeoff checklist is good. Passing 10,000. Let's hope she doesn't crash. The computer, I mean. Obviously, the plane's not going to crash.
All aircraft be advised information November now current. Altimeter 2979er. Qatari 708 Heavy. Contact Washington Center 1 tree 2.55.
Qatari 708 Heavy, stay altitude. Qatari 708 Heavy, Washington Center. Climb and maintain flight level tree 70. Qatari 708 Heavy. Confirm new cruise altitude flight level tree 10. Qatari 708 Heavy. I didn't get that. Say again confirmation. Qatari 708 Heavy. I didn't get that. Say again confirmation.
Affirmative. Qatari 708 Heavy.
Qatari 708 Heavy. Roger. New cruise altitude flight level tree 10.
That's Baltimore right there. If you know what that bridge is, comment down below. I think I know what that bridge is. Here's KBWI. I think I definitely want to be on the right side. Well, just see what happens when we get to JFK. Feel like we might be able to see New York.
Good morning once again from the cockpit. I hope all is well with you and you're enjoying flying with us so far. We're currently climbing up to our cruising altitude of 31,000 feet, so I thought I'd give you a quick update. We're expecting to arrive on time as planned. Progress is going very well. You'll next hear from me just before we start our descent. I'll be sure to keep you updated if anything changes, but in the meantime, please feel free to relax and take advantage of our onboard facilities. Thanks very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, in a few minutes we will be starting the in-flight drink service. If you could please ensure all aisles are clear and bags are placed in the overhead lockers, that would be much appreciated. Thank you.
See if we can find New York through the clouds. Might be better. Alright, what is going on now? You can't tell me flying over New York at this height. I don't know, could mess with it. There it is. That should be JFK. No, sorry, I was way off. This is JFK. So what is that guy? I don't know. My head is straight up smashed up against the window right now. Is that LaGuardia, maybe? Yep, that's LaGuardia. My head is now outside of the window at 31,000 feet. Not sure what airport that was. Okay. Now I'm happy. We can go on the right-hand side. And I'm gonna go to work. This is what I love about long haul.
Shot kidneys always bruised, the daddy's girl that became you. In the front seat, you pulled me close, kissed my lips, it tasted like home. Flashes of crosswords and chamomile, the years pass like a Ferris wheel. Tiny fractures in the form, the days we live so much more. Got a little place near the beach, we watch the sailboats out at sea. And we ride along the Palisades, love is just a summer day. If you hold too tight, it starts time will you remember me? For a second we had everything. Half awake in summer, searching vines of summer, aimless and upward.
Alright guys, we are back. About to hit our top of descent. Any minute now. So let me go ahead and pull up the arrival chart. I don't know what's going on with this microphone. Filters. It's got the noise gate. I don't know. Let's hope it's not bad. And it seemed like my self-loading cargo did quit on me. Is it because you're... I don't know. It's weird. Bahrain control, Qatari 708 Heavy, flight level 370.
Qatari 708 Heavy, Bahrain radar, radar contact, descend to the flight level 310.
Down to flight level 310, Qatari 708 Heavy.
Qatari 708 Heavy, contact Doha radar 126.7.
126.7, Qatari 708 Heavy. Bahrain Center, Qatari 708 Heavy, flight level 370.
Qatari 708 Heavy.
Doing pretty good on fuel.
Cruise altitude, flight level 370.
Affirmative, Qatari 708 Heavy.
Qatari 708 Heavy, roger. New cruise altitude, flight level 370.
One to 6.85.
Wind 27586, temperature 33. Dew point 23. QNH 09905. Landing ENB departing runways 34 right, 34 left. Transition level 150. Advise on initial contact, you have information Romeo. Hamad Airport information Romeo. 2110 Zulu. Wind 27586, temperature 33. Dew point 23.
What?
QNH 09905. Landing ENB departing runways 34 right, 34 left. Transition level 150. Advise on initial contact, you have information Romeo. Hamad Airport information Romeo. 2110 Zulu. Wind 27586, temperature 33. Dew point 23.
275 at 6?
Landing ENB departing runways 34 right, 34 left. Transition level 150. Advise on initial contact, you have information Romeo.
Well, my pause at top of descent worked. 275 at 6, I'm assuming. Bahrain radar, Qatari 708 Heavy with you, 370. Bahrain radar, Qatari 708 Heavy descending.
Qatari 708 Heavy, did not copy.
Bahrain radar, Qatari 708 Heavy would like to start our descent.
Qatari 708 Heavy, did not copy.
Can we descend, Qatari 708 Heavy?
Qatari 708 Heavy, did not copy.
I don't have the option. So, what do you want me to do?
Qatari 708 Heavy, please verify name of my next fix.
Qatari 708 Heavy, I show you going direct Gurmo, then T or right it.
Affirm, direct to Gurmo, then to Ricket, Qatari 708 Heavy.
We gotta get to 250. So we're gonna go ahead and put out some brakes. And speed brakes back in. Take a look at our landing. I want to say 3-4 left, but you haven't given me anything.
Qatari 708 Heavy, radio check.
Qatari 708 Heavy, reading you loud and be clear.
Okay. Don't need any anti-ice. Flaps 30. Auto brakes. Go auto brakes 2, because we're gonna have to taxi anyways. VREF we're gonna add 2 for our wind. Ooh, I need to be at 8,000. Calculate. recall check, nodes check, auto brake level 3, landing data. VREF flaps 30, 142, minimums 229 feet, approach briefing is complete. Altimeter 0995 hectopascals. Definitely sounds excellent in here. I don't know, it feels like my Sim Toolkit Pro crashed. Atlanta's still running. Yeah, let's go ahead and quit that. I'm gonna quit Beyond ATC as well. Restore MFFF. There we go. Go ahead and go back into VNAV.
Doha radar, Qatari 708 Heavy. Good evening, 7,600.
Qatari 708 Heavy. Doha radar, radar contact. Qatari 708 Heavy QN809095, expect radar vectors for ALS runway 34 right.
Expecting radar vectors, runway 34 right, Qatari 708 Heavy. Of course. QNH 090905, Qatar 708 Heavy. Okay, 34 right. Minimums of 230. 110.1.
Qatari 708 Heavy, you're off course. Clear direct fueling. Resume on navigation.
Direct pure in, Qatari 708 Heavy. I don't see that on here. I'm not going all the way over there. You're crazy.
085, expect radar vector for ALS runway 34 right.
Leaving Dasik, heading 085, expect radar vectors, ILS runway 34 right, Qatari 708 heavy.
Qatari 708 heavy, turn right, heading 240, descend TO 2,500 feet, QNH 09095, vectors for the approach.
Right turn heading 240, descend and maintain 2,500, vectors for the approach, Qatari 708 heavy.
Negative, QNH 09095.
Already got your altimeter, dude. QNH 09095, Qatari 708 heavy.
Negative, QNH 09095.
QNH 09095, Qatari 708 heavy. Negative.
QNH 09095.
Turn right, heading 240, descend to 2,500 feet, QNH 09095, Qatari 708 heavy.
Qatari 708 heavy, 7 miles from Radso. Turn right, heading 325, maintain 2,500 feet until established on the final approach course. Cleared ALS runway 34 right.
Right turn heading 325, maintain 2,500 feet, cleared ILS approach runway 34 right, Qatari 708 heavy. Localizer.
Qatari 708 heavy, contact Hamad Tower 118.525.
118.525, Qatari 708 heavy. Hamad Tower, Qatari 708 heavy, on final, runway 34 right. Need to slow down.
Qatari 708 heavy, Hamad Tower, continue.
Continuing, Qatari 708 heavy.
Qatari 708 heavy, wind 275 at 6, runway 34 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 34 right, Qatari 708 heavy.
Approaching. 3, 4. Right.
1,000.
Landing checklist complete. And I forgot my flight recorder. Dang it.
500. 400. 300. Approaching minimums. 200. Minimums.
Continue.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Qatari 708 Haley. Exit left at Alpha 6.
Left at Alpha 6, Qatari 708 Heavy. Not going that way. Welcome to Doha, everybody. Another floater. Alpha 8 Bravo Alpha 3. Okay, Echo 1. Hello, Airbus. A350, I think? Yeah. Couldn't tell if it was A330 or A350. Let's see. 11 hours 55 minutes. So 7 minutes late. Let me see if my self-loading cargo will open up for me now. I'm gonna say no, but you never know. Aircraft crashed. No, it didn't. Yeah, so for some reason my rudder doesn't want to turn when I'm talking over the radio. And it feels like that's a thing with this, because I've never had that issue before, right? I don't think I've ever had that issue before. Alpha 3, and then Echo 1, and to Delta. That should be Bravo 10. That should be Bravo 8. That should be Bravo 6. Sure do wish I had a taxi camera. In up, in up, in up. Oh, I missed it. No, I didn't. I pressed the brakes. I wasn't that heavy on them. They didn't cut in until late. All right. Hydraulic pumps can now come off. Fuel pumps can now come off. Not you. Ground equipment. Request all. Set shocks. Request jetway. Disarm all. Open to. Cargo. Oh. All right. Beacon off. Wing off. Let's go ahead and complete these flights. See how I did on my FS flights. 6,063 nautical miles, 97.2. Why? Why did I get such a negative on the takeoff? Liftoff speed. It was a long runway. And I hope you guys enjoyed this flight. Go ahead and secure the aircraft. Emergency lights can come off. ADRUs can come off. And packs can come off. I need Stig Aviation out here to check my oil quantity. Apparently, I don't have my ground power hooked up. Whoops. Too hot to be out here without ground power. All right, now that we did that, we can turn it off, pop the battery. We're good to go. Hope you guys enjoyed this flight. It was so much fun. I did so much work while I was at work letting this bad boy fly. It's an amazing aircraft, guys. Okay? for $77.73. Buy this. If you guys are always talking trash about how Boeing is not good, or you know, Airbus is so much easier, this right here, fly-by-wire, it's good. Trust me, 777 is awesome. So enjoy the rest of your day, guys. I will see you in the next one, and love each other and love yourselves.